Faz o cara parar ali.
Hey! Just... Por favor. This is Mike Watt, and you're watching Liga No Mos.
E aí, hoje, se liga no Mos com Mike Watt, lenda do baixo. Já tocou em diversas bandas como Minutemen, fIREHOSE, Stooges e participou de vários álbuns. A gente vai bater um papo com ele hoje para ele falar um pouquinho das bandas que ele tocou e contar um pouco da sua história. Mike, o Minutemen é uma banda que usa vários estilos, tem vários estilos como jazz, como punk, até mesmo folk. Como que se deu, como que vocês chegaram nessa mistura de som, como que se deu esse estilo?
Very easy answer, because for us Minutemen, we learned punk in the 70s, up in Hollywood, records from England. Punk to us was not a style. Style is up to the band. Punk, like D. Boone said, whatever we made it to be. So you want a folk, you want a jazz. This is when we first heard jazz. Raymond Pettibone played me John Coltrane. Okay. I thought he was an older punk. I didn't know he was dead. So punk was a world, parallel universe, because we couldn't fit in. Understand 70s. We grew up with arena rock, kind of like Nuremberg Rally. When we found out about clubs and people taking real chances with music, we wanted to be part of this scene. And the scene is made of people. The scene, punk scene we come from was all about people that could not fit in with square johns. Huh? Not like we're better, but we just got to find our voice. If we have to go up to Hollywood and change our name, wear funny clothes, experiment with different styles, then we're going to do it. And we were very lucky. San Pedro, 30 miles south, we're in the harbor. Mm-hmm. And this guy told us there was a scene happening where people wrote their own songs. This is how bad 70s were. You only copied records. You never thought of music as expression. So this is punk for us.
Bom, entre várias parcerias, você teve uma parceria com a fIREHOSE, ela que tocava no Black Flag, vocês se conheceram durante uma turnê. Enfim, eu queria saber o que vocês fizeram, o que vocês gravaram juntos, se vocês ainda têm projetos, se vocês ainda tocam.
Actually, more than project. My longest running band. 28 years. Anos?
Anos.
Long time.
Yes.
Name? Dos. Two. Just two baixos.
Dois baixos.
Why did we try it? Well, why does a dog lick his balls? Because he can. So we thought, right? If they're going to say anarchy, which to us means no coercion, freedom, huh? Then let's try it. So let's make a band with just two basses. You have to, try something that hasn't been really done before. But, we're committed to this. Big influence for our punk scene was Stooges, which is crazy that I got to play with them, right? 125 months. Stooges tried everything. Listen to Funhouse. Sax, funk, psychedelic rock, big, telling you how he feels, no holding back. So that's our, Stooges kind of influenced Dos.
Yes.
When you're influenced, you don't want to copy because no respect. So you have to try your own.
Em 2000, você teve um problema de saúde e o Jay Massis montou uma banda e você participou junto. Como que foi essa ajuda? Como que foi você voltar a tocar? Você imaginou que não tocaria mais por causa do problema que você teve? Enfim, como que o Massis te ajudou a retornar, a voltar a tocar e sair em turnê junto com ele?
Much respect to Jay, a younger man, right? Dinosaur. Come from middle 80s with Lou and Murph. Well, always loved D. Boon, big fan of the band. I remember he's the first time he played Dinosaur for me. I think it was just called Dinosaur. Anyway, you're right, I got sick in 2000, almost died. When I was sick, they had tubes in me, so I couldn't play the bass. This is the first time I stopped a bass since D. Boon's ma had me start 13 years old. I'm 42. They take the tubes out, I heal up. I can't play, I'm terrible. So I start practicing Stooges songs. And I asked Jay, hey, can we do some gigs, just Stooges songs? Not a lot of chords, but a lot of feeling. At the same time, he was making a solo project called J Mascis in the Fog. He wanted to go on tour. He was done with Dinosaur. But we did a lot of Dinosaur songs. But he says, I don't want to sing every night, every song. So will you do, like those gigs we did, will you do some Stooges songs? So we go on tour, and maybe 5, 6 Stooges songs, and 1 Black Flag song. I've had it. Yeah. Can't go to work. The boss is a jerk. Yeah. We come through Ann Arbor, Michigan, and he goes, you know Ronnie, because Ronnie came to Minutemen shows. So I call him up, Ron Ashton. Jay wants you to come down and jam with us. It was the Blind Pig. Ronnie comes down, he plays with us. Jay says, come on tour with us. First 2/3 will be my songs, some J Mascis, some Dinosaur, and then last third, Stooges. So we take Ron Ashton on tour. Jay really helped me. We say in English, get back on the horse, right? So I think in cowboy days there was this thing, if you got thrown from a horse, you might be afraid of a horse and never ride again, so get back on. So Jay helped me get back on the horse. This led eventually to me getting involved with playing for the Stooges, because Thurston Moore got asked to curate an Altamara's party in 2002 at UCLA. He said, what about Ronnie's brother, Scotty? He was living in his truck, so they rented a drum set. Me and Jay played with both the Ashton brothers. Ig, we even did some gigs in Europe, in France and Holland and England. Ig hears about this and asks them to be on Skull Ring, his solo album. I get a call, I'm with my second man in Florida, in Tallahassee. It's Ig. And Ig says, Mike, Ronnie says, you're the man. He said, would you wear a t-shirt instead of a flannel? And I said, no problem.
Lógico.
I said, what about Levi and Converse? He says, that's strong. I said, and then 2 weeks later, I leave my guys in Memphis. I fly to California, 2003, April, Coachella. And that started my career. So in a way, the J Mascis and Stooges things are linked. Now, Jay was the second guy I ever played with. The first guy I ever played with as sideman, right, another man's a boss, Jefe, Perry, Porno for Pyros. I've only worked for 3 other men. Porno for Pyros, J Mascis, Stooges. I got into music to be with my friend, D. Boon. And all these guys, Perry, Jay, Ig, they've helped me be a better bass player. You know, everybody's got something to teach you if you let your mind open.
On the burning sand in Michigan. Now I wanna be your dog.
Você tem uma carreira fantástica dentro da música, mas no começo da carreira você tocava com Minutemen, com fIREHOSE, que eram bandas mais underground. E a partir do primeiro disco solo, na turnê, você teve o Dave Grohl e o Ed Vedder juntos como suporte na sua banda. Como que foi, de repente, você vindo do underground e pegar, fazer uma turnê com duas pessoas que já fizeram, que já tinham uma carreira assim, mainstream? De repente, numa turnê, tá tocando com dois ícones da música aí, da música nova.
Oh, that was very important because D. Boon got killed in a van accident, and Thurston asked me to play on Evil. I gave up the baixo. I thought no one wanted to hear me without D. Boon, and Thurston said, "Come play Kim's bass on Evil." Wow. But you're right. I was involved with the underground. Okay, what came first was an album. It's called Ball Hugger Tugboat. I had done 7.5 years of Firehose, 20 tours, trying to put all this different music through the same trio, like I did with Minutemen, because I only knew one way to play, with D. Boon. Edward came from Ohio, I just had to make the band, so it was like Edward with, me and Georgie. I wanted to try something different. It was an experiment. I thought if the bass player knew the song, anyone could come and play drums, sing, or do guitar. So I had 48 different guys. I had 17 different bands. It's something you can do easy on a record, hard to do on tour. Metaphor was the wrestling ring. You want to get in the ring with me? Here, I'll show you the song. Now, what do you want to play? This is Ball Hog or Tugboat. Ball hog is someone in basketball who doesn't pass, always keeps selfish. Tugboat, small boat, big belt, helps in the harbor. To me, a good bass player is tugboat. Yeah, show off, ball hog. So it's kind of this question. I get done with this record. Yeah, how do you tour? 48 guys. Hard to get in the van. Dave calls me up, because he played on a couple of the songs. Ed played. He said, look, I was talking to Ed, and we got some new bands. I got this Foo Fighter, he's got Hovercraft. What about if we open up for you, and then we'll play with you when you go on last? So it was strange, it was different. I'm driving around, nobody's in the band with me, because they have their own bands. Dave Grohl, one of the most intense rock and roll drummers I ever played with. I mean, great drummer, or just drummer, I shouldn't have to sing rock and roll, just a drummer. He comes from a band called Scream, which is a hardcore band. I think some of this stuff, alternative in the popularity, they were more influenced by Black Flag than I don't know. I don't know. I just know that they come from punk background. But things outside can happen. And yeah, people bought the Nirvana record, huh? And Ed played guitar, and Pat did too. Pat Smear, who goes back to the Germs. I know Pat from the Hollywood days. But it was strange not getting to play with them. They're just dudes. What was strange was the hype. Hype, kind of phony, flash. It's not the reality. It's not the dealio, no integrity. It's just almost gossip. We had to deal with that because, they had sold some records. But it was only, it was an exciting time for me. But what I enjoyed was playing with them. It was only like 3.5 weeks. But that's what made it weird, was the hype. And that's one thing we didn't have to worry about with underground, because it's our own world. You have no control on those big things. So, I get asked about that. Well, not as much as I used to. Dave's a good cat. Ed, too. Good guys.
Big train, all along the ride, a big train.
Gostaria que você falasse pro pessoal aí alguma outra banda, algum outro estilo aí que o influenciou, para o pessoal conhecer e que você deixasse um recado aí para os jovens que estão começando a tocar, para o pessoal que está começando a vida artística aí na música.
Great influence. We don't need a bunch of Lou Reed copies, but he said, look, let your freak flag fly, let the song out. That's what I would tell a young person. It's hard on young people. I think society wants them to automatically be liked. Sometimes you have to take chances. That's what I like about the skateboard a little bit. If you fall down, you fall down. You have to get back up. I think you have to find your own voice, but you have to join together because we're a people, we're a family. So it's not about me, but here's an easy example. Look, everyone has different fingerprint. Somehow that has to come out in our expression, our bass, our drum, our painting, our movie making, our novel. That's my advice. Have open mind, try to feed off all of the big family. But then find your own voice so you can contribute too and make a big, that's why I like flannel. Many threads make a cool shirt.
I say that couldn't hear the software. Couldn't hear the software. No! Just like Cicero!
Agradeço, Mike. Muito obrigado. É uma satisfação estar falando com você. A história da música aí não tem nem o que falar, né? E aí a gente encerra mais um Se Liga No Mos com essa lenda aqui que, fiquei até emocionado. Valeu.